Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. And take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. Today's puzzle is called Quattroquadri, Toroidal Numbered Rooms by Alaric Taki A, aka Crusader 175. And here are the rules. We have Quattroquadri, which is not normal Sudoku rules, where we need to place a digit from 1 to 9 in each empty cell in the grid, such that the digits do not repeat in any row, column, or 3 by 3 box, or designated 9-cell region. This is why I basically have, essentially, the way that I phrase normal Sudoku, you can extend that to actually Quattroquadri, too. Right? It's exactly the same thing. And I don't need to change anything about that. So if I were to ever set a Sudoku puzzle, the way that I would put normal Sudoku rules is in every single cell in the grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region. And that fits Quattroquadri, it fits normal Sudoku, it fits, in a sense, chaos construction, but the problem is you have to construct the regions there too. So that's a little bit off. It fits, what is it? Irregular regions. It fits a lot of different things. It fits, it does not fit the ones where you have 3 by 3 boxes. I forget what the rule set is. It doesn't fit the 3 by 3 boxes where you have to have repeats in every box. So that's the one rule set that you can sometimes see where it doesn't really fit. But I like just basically saying, like, this is normal Sudoku rules, right? Essentially. And you can fill it across everything. So you don't even have to say, like, Quattroquadri. It's basically just normal Sudoku, where you fill every cell in the grid with a single digit, such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region. And you can just do that across all those type of rules, right? Normal Sudoku, Quattroquadri, irregular region, chaos construction. Unfortunately, it's not designated, but it's a 9-cell region. In the constructed 9-cell region, I guess you would have to add, right? And you could just say normal Sudoku rules. I don't know what other ones that are pretty common would you have. I mean, it fits actually. Like there's the hexagonal rule set. I forget what they call it. But that also fits, right? Place in every single cell a single digit from 1 through 9, such that there are no repeats in any row, column. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the diagonals would be considered. They are considered rows? I don't know. Or designated 3 by 3 9-cell regions. There are no designated 9-cell region in that hexagonal puzzle, so that you would have to slightly modify. But anyways, that's the reason why I basically phrase normal Sudoku rules the way I do. Because it fits this Quattroquadri rule set to a T, right? Fill every single cell in this grid with a single digit from 1 through 9, such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or box, or designated 9-cell region. Schrodinger obviously doesn't work that way, but you can just modify it slightly to actually fit Schrodinger, right? So, anyways, yeah, that's a tangent. But we have Quattroquadri, which is basically the same as normal Sudoku. It's just that it's a smaller grid. That's all it is. We also have toroidal numbered rooms, where clues outside the grid indicate the digit which has to be placed in the nth cell in the corresponding direction, where n is the digit placed in the first cell in that direction. And rows and columns are toroidal. So if n is bigger than 6, the next cell after the 6th cell will be the first cell in the row again, in the row slash column again. So, for example, if this were a 7, that would actually fill this correctly, right? If this is 7, that's saying the 7th digit must be a 7, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th digit, toroidally, it goes around, is the 7th digit. If this were 9, say this was a 9, that would mean that the 9th digit would have to be a 7 because it's whatever this digit is, right? So we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this would have to be a 7 if this were a 9. Obviously, if you have just normal numbered rooms, say this was a 3, then that would be, this would also be a 7 because the third digit going this way would have to be a 7. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay. We have... How do we attack this? We know there's a 2 in columns 2 and 3. One of them must be in this box, and the other has to be in this box. Well, okay, we have the digits 1 through 9. Right, we have the digits 1 through 9 in each of the 4 boxes, right? The 2 has to be here and here, or here and here. Okay. What does that mean? Two obviously cannot be here because we have a 2 already in this box, one of these 2 columns, and same here. So this can never have a 2. So we have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Similarly, this can't be 8 because of a similar reasoning. Because 8 has to be one of these 2 rows and then one of these 2 rows. Same with the 3 here. So 3 has to be here and here. That means this cannot be 3. So we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We also have the same with the 9s in rows 4 and 5, right? So this cannot be 9, and this can't be 9. So these can never be 9. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These could be 2. Okay, what digit can this be is kind of a question, right? If it's 1, that's saying 3 has to be in the first position, which is obviously not going to work. If it's 7, you have the same thing, right? So if this is 7, 3 would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that doesn't work. You cannot have 3 be here, because if that's 3, that's saying 3 has to be in the third position, and it would already be in the first position. So 3 here has to be in the 4th, 5th, 6th, or 9th position. So this cannot be 3 here. Okay. Okay, this can't be 8 because, again, the 8s in these boxes are in rows 2 and 3. This cannot be 1. None of these can be 1 or... Okay, so unless the digit that's in the numbered rooms clue is a 1 or 7, you can never have a 1 or a 7 in the first digit, right? Because that would signify that that digit, the digit on the outside, has to be in the first cell, essentially. So these cannot be 1 or 7. This can't 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 be 1 or 7. 1 or 7. No 1 or 7. No 1 or 7. No 1 or 7 here. These cannot be 1 or 7. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. And you can't have the same digit be the first digit, right? If you had this as an 8, that would mean that 8 has to be in the 8th position, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But the problem is we already have an 8 there. So these cannot be 8. This can't be 3. This can't be 4. This could be 7. This can't be 6 for the same reasoning. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. These can't be 2. This can't be 6. This can't be 3. This can't be 3. This can't be 2. And these can't be 9. This can't be 5. So that's just in general for the numbered rooms. What can these be? 3 can be, again, 4, 5, 6, or 9. 8 could be 4, 5, 6, or 9. So 8 has to be one of these 4. This 8 could be 3, 4, 5, 6, or 9. So 8, again, has to be one of these 4 digits. Because 2 cannot be here, because 2 has to be in this box, is in columns 2 or 3. So therefore, that can't be 2. It can't be 1 or 7, because of the same problem. So 8 has to be one of these 2 digits here. Oh, this can't be 8. I don't know why we... This can't be 8, because 8 has to be in rows 2 and 3. So 8 has to be one of these 2 digits here. So it's either 3 here or 9 here. We're not sure which. Therefore, this can't be 8 here. 8 is here, so 8 can be one of these 4 there. We have a 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 quintuplet in this lower right-hand box. So the rest of the digits must be 1, 3, 7, and 9. Right? Because we have a 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 quintuplet here. This 2 can only be, in this column, could be 4, 5, 6, or 8. So 2 cannot be here. What about these 2's? These 2's can only be in 3, 4, 5, 6, or 9. So 2 can be here or 2 can be here. We also actually have a 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 quintuplet in this upper left-hand box. So this can't be 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. It's 1, 2, 7, 8. And again, 2 cannot be either of these because it can't be 2. It can't be 8 here. Because if it's 8 here, the problem is one of these would not fit. So 8 cannot be here. 8 is one of these. 2 has to be one of these 2. So this cannot be 2. 9 can only be in 4, 5, 6, or 8. So this cannot be 9. 9 here could be in 2, 4, 5, 6, or 8. So this can't be 9. So 9 has to be one of these 2, which means 9 cannot be here. That doesn't really help us much. 4 can be in 3, 5, 6, or 8. So 3, 5, 6, or 8. That means this cannot be 4. 3 can be only in 2, 5, 6, or 8. So this cannot be 3 here. This 3 can be in 2, 4, 5, 6, or 8. So this cannot be 3 here. Therefore, 3 has to be one of these 2 digits here, which means this cannot be 3. 9 can again be 2, 4, 5, 6, or 8. That's fine. 1 can be everything but 6. Any of these are still valid. 5 can only be in 2, 4, 6, or 9. So 5 cannot be here. So 2, 4, 6, and 9. Okay. 2 can be in 4, but it can't be anymore. It can be in 5, 6, or 8. So that's fine. Seven cannot be in the 6th position. That's all we know. It can't be a 1 here. If this is 1, that would guarantee that 7 has to be in the 1st position, but it would have to be as a 7. So this can't be 1. This can't be 7. If this were 7, that would say 1 is in the 7th position, which is the same digit as that. So this can't be 7. That's interesting. Huh. 2, 4, 6, and 9. Oof. Where can 6 be? It says 6 can be in the 2nd, 3rd. It cannot be 4th or 5th because this is a 1, 2, 7, 8 quadruplet. So it's 2 or 3, or it's 8. So 6 has to be one of these two digits here. Therefore, this can't be 6. The rest of the box cannot contain a 6 because we already know where the 6 in that column has to be. It has to be 2, 3, or 8. Therefore, 6 is here. What does that tell us? I'm not really sure. 7 can be in 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. That's a lot. 1 can be in 1, 4, 5, 8, 9. That's a lot too. Okay. Okay. This is saying 2 can be in 3, 4, or 9. That's interesting. That means 2 has to be one of these two, which means this cannot be 2. So 6 is either in 3 or 8, but that still could be either of them. Uh, what else do we have? This is an interesting interaction. Oh, no, not necessarily. Obviously, it's a little bit interesting if this is 9, right? If this is 9, that forces this to be 4, 5, or 6, which means it's one of those. This can't be 9 or 4, 5, or 6 because we know this 8 has to be in 4, 5, or 6, which is in that box. So this would have to be 3. But if this is 4, 5, or 6, this could also still be 4, 5, or 6. And then this could be 9 or 3. Either way, right? Uh, oh, that's interesting. One of these has to be 3 or 9. Guaranteed. So, that's very interesting. Yeah. One of these is guaranteed to be 3 or 9 because both cannot be in 4, 5, and 6 here, right? Because one of them, so one of these is 3 or 9. That means if this is 9, That forces this to be 4, 5, or 6, but then this would have to be a 3. Because this 4, 5, or 6 says the 8 has to be here. 8 can no longer be here for this column. Can't be 9 anymore, so this must be 3. But then we've used up 3 and 9 here. This says 2 has to be in the 4th position. But then this would have to be 4, 5, or 6, which we'd say 2 has to be in this box also. And we'd have 2 2s in that box, which is not allowed. Therefore, this cannot be 9. This has to be 4, 5, or 6, which means this can never be 3. So 4, 5, or 6, so we need the 3 in 4, 5, or 6. This can't be 5 anymore. So the 3 in column 1 has to be one of these two digits, which means this can't be 3. This is 8. That means since this is 8, 8 can no longer be in the box. That's saying 6 has to be in the 8th position. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, obviously. So that's 6. 6 cannot be here. 8 cannot be here. That's interesting. This obviously can't be 6 anymore. 3 is one of these two. One of these must be a 9, guaranteed, because 3 can no longer be here. So to match the position in this box, the 8 has to be actually gained, or essentially placed from the 9. So 9 has to be one of these two, which means this can never be 9. That means this can't be 9, and 3 has to be one of these two. So this cannot be 3. So 3 is one of these two. That's fine. And then 2, we have one of these 4, which is fine. This can no longer be 5 because the 6 is in that place. It cannot be... It could be 4. Okay, this can't be 9 either. So this cannot be 6 here, as matching that, placing the 9 there. So this is 4, 5, or 8. 9 is obviously one of those two. 2 has to be in 5 or 6, so this cannot be 2. Because it can't be 8 anymore here, right? So 2 has to be one of these two here, which means this can never be 2. That means the 6 has to be in 4, 5, or 9. It cannot be in 4 or 5 because neither of these can be 6 because of this quadruplet here. Therefore, it must be in 9. So this is 9. This must be a 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Therefore, this can't be 6 here. This is 2 or 5. So one of these is a 3. These obviously can't be 6. These can't be 9 either. This can't be 6. So 8 cannot be in the 6th position, so this cannot be 8. 5 is either in the 2nd or the 4th, which actually satisfies either. One can be in the 1st, 4th, or 5th position. It's fine. So 3 is in 4 or 6. That's fine. 2 is in 3 or 4. 2 could be any of these 4 because 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 9 already for the positioning for 6. 5 can only be in 2 and 4. 8 here can be in 4, 5, 6, or 9. 8 here cannot be in 4. It has to be in 5 or 9. 1 could be in 1, 4, or 5. 7 can be in 3, 4, 5, or 7. So 7 can be any of these 4. 9 can be in 4, 5, or 8. And this 9 can be in 4 or 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 8. This 4 can be in 3 or 5. So 4 is one of those two. This 3 can be in 2 or 5. So 3 can be one of those two. Then we have 2, 4, 5, 6 as 3s. And then 2 has to be in 5 or 6 here. Okay. Okay. What else do we have? I am not sure. Um. Oh. One of these must be a 2, right? The other one is in the other box for the 3. But we know one of these has to be a 2. Because again, can't be 3 here, can't be 9 here because of these 9s having to be in one of these cells here. So this can't be 9, this can't be 3, it can't be 1 or 7 because of the way numbered rooms act with a toroidal caveat. So this is guaranteed to be 2 or 8, can't be 8 anymore. So one of these must be a 2. Therefore, this can never be a 2 here. So this can never be 6. That doesn't tell us very much, but what can you do? Okay, that's interesting. No, that's not that interesting. Never mind. If this is 5, that means this is 8, which means this would be 3, so this would be 4, and this could no longer be 4, and that would satisfy that. That's fine. Oh, we know 8 has to be one of these two digits here, because 8 cannot be here anymore. So this cannot be 8 here. Since 8 cannot be here, this cannot be 6. Does that tell us anything? No. Unfortunately not. If this is 5, that's fine. Oh, that's interesting. If this is 5, that's saying 2 has to be here, which would make this 4. So if this is 5, this means 2 has to be here, so that's 4, which would make this 3, this 6, this 5. That would make this 2. So this would be 3. This 5 would eliminate 5 here, so this would be 3. So that actually fits. Not what I was hoping for. This is 9. This is then... Cannot be 5, it's 4. So that looks like it's fine. That would mean that's 1. This can't be 4, this is 8, that's 5. And we'd have a contradiction. Okay, so therefore this can't be 5. I don't know if there's a better way of doing that. So this cannot be 5. Therefore this is 6, which means 2 has to be here. So that makes 5 here. So this can't be 5. Therefore we have a 3, 4, 3, 4 pair in this box 1, I guess. That eliminates 3 and 4 in the rest of the box. This can't be 4. This must be a 6. That means that 3 has to be in the 6th position. So this is 3. This can no longer be 3. This can no longer be 3. You can't have a 6 here. You can't have a 2 here. This can't be 4. This is a 5-9 pair, which means 8 has to be in the 5th position here, which means this can't be 8, or 9th position, which is here, which it was previously. 2 has to be here and then here. So this can no longer be 2 here. 5 cannot be either of these. So one of these has to be a 4. Actually, that's not true. We are not guaranteed that. This cannot be 5 anymore, so this can't be 3 there. These can't be 5 anymore. So 1, okay, where 4, 5, and 8, that's fine. 1 can only be in 1 and 4, so this cannot be 1 anymore. So 8's one of those two, 8's one of those two, for the 5 and 9. 2's one of those two, 2's one of those two for the 3 and 4 pair. 3's one of those two, 3's one of those two. Nine is in one of these two or here. 7 can only be in 4 and 7. So 7 cannot be here or here. Okay. Yeesh. Remaining digits in this upper right-hand box. We have 1, 3, 4, 7, 8. 8 cannot be here. 3 cannot be here. 1 cannot be here. This could be 4, 7, 4, 7, 4, 7. Yeah, all of those are possible. Remaining digits in this box 3, I guess, would be 1, 2, no 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. 9 could be any of those. 2 cannot be here. 7 cannot be any of these two. Okay. Huh. I'm kind of stuck here. At least that I can see. If this is 4, that means this must be 8 and this must be 5. That seems fine. Oh, that's interesting. If this is 7, this becomes 1, which forces this to be 9, and this would be 8. Obviously, if this is 4, if this is 7, this has to be 1, this is 9. That forces this to be 9, and that can't be that would be 9 has to be in the 8th position. So this would be 8. So this could not be 4 in that position. If this is 4, then this has to be 7. But 4 can't be here either. So then it would be 5 or 8. So this can never be 4. Which means this can never be a 9 here. But that doesn't tell us very much. Yeah. Yeesh. Yeah, that doesn't tell us very much. I don't know if I would consider this easy. I think this is trending toward challenging for me. Because a lot of this logic is not simple. Or straightforward, essentially. 1 could be here if this is 4. 5, 9. Okay. Well, there you go. This is 3. So since this is 3, 4 has to be in the 3rd position. So this is 4, which, okay, maybe it is easier than I thought. I think I was going through all this rigmarole, but I forgot about this part here. That's saying 3 has to be in the 4th position, so this can't be 4. This is 2. This is 5. Therefore, 3 must be in the 2nd position here and the 5th position here. So this is 3. It has to be here. This can't be 3. This becomes a 1-7 pair in this box, which eliminates 1 and 7 in the rest of the box. This can't be 1, so this must be 9. That means this can't be 9 here. This 9 means that 9 has to be in the 8th position, so this is 8, which makes this 4. So 9 has to be in the 4th position, so this is 9. This 4 eliminates 4 here, so that's 4. 7 has to be in the 7th position. 7 eliminates 7 here, so this is 1. That 1 eliminates 1 here, so it's 7. This can't be 4 or 7, so this is 1. This can't be 1, 4. It's a 2, 5 pair here. 4 eliminates 4 here, so this is 3. That's saying that 2 has to be in the 3rd position, so this is 2, which makes this 5, which makes that 2. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 7. This can't be 7, so this is 1. This can't be 1 or 7, so this is 8. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so that's 4. 4 can't be here because of the 4 here, so this is 1. This can't be 1 or 4, so it's 7. 8 can't be here. 1 and 7 can't be here, so this must be 4. Therefore, that makes this 8. This positioning means this has to be 9 to be toroidal, and this must be a 5. Oops. So that was a major, yeah, that took a while for me to spot this toroidal numbered room. That actually is, yeah. If I had gotten that, it would have been, obviously, went very quickly for after that, so. Maybe it is easy, so. It's interesting. Any Quattroquadri, you actually have fewer restrictions on it than a normal Sudoku. So it's always going to be a little bit more tentative about things, right? Because there are certain things you can restrict just from having the full 9x9 Sudoku. But when you have a Quattroquadri, you don't have a restriction that you have to have one of each digit in any row or column. So that removes a lot of restrictions you can place. So that makes things a little bit, actually, I think, harder. I don't know. It's interesting. I actually need to do some more Quattroquadris because I'm not very familiar with them. I've done a decent amount, but part of it is I don't think very many are made. But it does have interesting restrictions in itself, but it's not as restrictive, interestingly enough, as normal Sudoku. but there are fewer digits that you actually have to solve for, right? So, I don't know, maybe that's a trade-off. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.